Hello students, today we are going to discuss about the topic equation of motion, that is also known as Bloch equation. In physics, especially in nuclear magnetic resonance, that is NMR, also magnetic resonance imaging MRI, and electron spin resonance ESR, the Bloch equations are a set of macroscopic equation. Here Bloch equation are known as a set of macroscopic equation that are used to calculate the nuclear magnetization value M. That are used to calculate the nuclear magnetization value M corresponding to the three coordinate system, that is x, y and z coordinates. Here magnetization value M, that is corresponding to the three coordinate system, that is taken as mx, my and mz, which is a function of time. Here magnetization value which is a function of time when relaxation times T1 and T2 are present in this equation. Here T1 is taken as longitudinal relaxation time and T2 is taken as transverse relaxation time. Here Bloch equation is a set of macroscopic equation that is used to calculate the nuclear magnetization value M, which is corresponding to the three coordinate system mx, my and mz, which is a function of time. Here time coordinates is taken as T1 and T2 as a relaxation time. Here T1 is taken as a longitudinal relaxation time and T2 is taken as a transverse relaxation time. Here these are logical equation. Here Bloch equation is taken as a logical equation that are introduced by Felix Bloch in 1946. Sometimes they are known as a equation of motion of a nuclear magnetization. They are analogous to the Maxwell-Bloch equations. These are all about the Bloch equation. And next, in previous session, we learned that nuclear magnetic resonance NMR, in this equation, the magnetic moment mu and angular momentum h cross I, if these two quantities are parallel, then magnetic moment equation that can be taken as vector mu is equal to nu into h cross I, that is taken as equation number 1, where I or h cross I is nuclear angular momentum. Then next, in equation 2, what is in equation number 2? The energy of interaction with applied magnetic field BA. Here magnetic or energy of interaction that can be taken as U is equal to minus mu into BA vector. This is taken as equation number 2, where applied magnetic field, that is BA is equal to B naught into Z cap. The next, U or energy of interaction that can be taken as nu into h cross B naught into Iz, where we substitute the value of a magnetic moment and applied magnetic field. We obtain the relation as energy of interaction equation become U is equal to nu into h cross B naught into Iz, that is taken as equation number 3, because here the magnetic moment mu is equal to minus E divided by 2 into me into magnetization value M, so that its sign will be changes to plus. Comparing these two equation, equation number 2 and equation number 3, here in equation number 3, the energy of interaction that will be taken as plus sign, because the magnetic moment that is taken as minus E divided by 2 me into magnetization value M vector. And next also apply the value for BA is equal to B naught into Z cap, where magnetization is taken along the Z axis. The next magnetic field, in a magnetic field, a nucleus with the spin that is I is equal to half has a 2 energy level corresponding to the ml value, which is equal to plus or minus half as shown in the figure. That is energy difference between the two levels, the lower and upper level, which is taken as h cross into omega naught is equal to nu into h cross into b naught, or here h cross cancelled, remaining is omega naught is equal to nu into b naught. That is taken as equation number 4. That is the here Bloch equation, which is the continuation of the nuclear magnetic resonance. Then next, in case of equation of motion, the rate of change of angular momentum of the system that will be equal to the torque that act on the system. Here rate of change of angular momentum, that is taken as a torque that will be act on the system. We know that torque tau on a magnetic moment nu in a magnetic field, applied magnetic field B or BA, which is taken as torque, can be taken as torque T is equal to torque expression T is equal to mu into vector BA, where mu is the magnetic moment and next BA is the applied magnetic field. So that we have a gyroscopic equation, the rate of change of angular momentum, that is h cross into di divided by dt, the rate of change of angular momentum, that is taken as h cross into di by dt, which is equal to the torque. But what is in the torque expression? Torque expression we have mu into vector BA. So substitute here. We already know that rate of change of angular momentum of the system that will be equal to the torque on the system. But torque on the system that will be taken as mu into vector BA. So here h cross into di by dt, which is taken as rate of change of angular momentum, that is taken as equation number 5. Here we know that the magnetic moment mu is equal to nu into h cross into I. See here mu is equal to nu into h cross into I. The next differentiation of this expression with respect to t, then this equation can be written as d mu divided by dt is equal to, here mu is constant taken outside. So here h cross is also constant. Here h cross is also constant. Then differentiate with respect to I, we get expression as nu into h cross into di by dt. But we know that h cross that will be constant taken outside the bracket. The next nu is constant which is taken outside the bracket. The next remaining is h cross into di divided by dt. But we know that h cross into di by dt that will be taken as vector mu into vector BA. So substituting this expression we will get d mu, that is rate of change of magnetic moment with respect to dt taken as nu into mu into BA, that is taken as equation number 6. How will we get equation number 6 here? We know that magnetic moment expression, that is magnetic moment mu, vector mu is equal to nu into h cross I, differentiation of mu with respect to t, that is d mu by dt, that is equal to nu into h cross into di by dt. Here h cross into di by dt, it is taken as mu into vector BA. Then substitute the value of h cross into di by dt in this expression. We will get d mu by dt as mu into BA vector. This is taken as equation number 6. The next, the nuclear magnetization or summation of the magnetization or summation of the nuclear magnetic value, that is taken as the magnetization. Here nuclear magnetization value, that is taken as a summation of the magnetic moment values, that is summation of mu I for overall the nuclei per unit volume. Next, equation 6, which is reduces to the d mu by dt which is equal to nu into mu vector mu into applied magnetic field, that is BA vector, that is taken as equation number 7. And replace the nuclei in the static field. Here static field, when we apply the magnetic field along the Z component, then static field becomes BA is equal to B naught into vector Z, because applied magnetic field along the Z component. In thermal equilibrium, with the temperature is taken as a T, then magnetization will be along the Z direction. Here magnetization will be taken along the Z direction. The remaining two coordinates, that is the magnetization along X and Y direction, which is taken as 0, because magnetization which is along the Z coordinates, so that the remaining two coordinates X and Y coordinates along magnetization value become 0. The next, here magnetization along Z coordinates, that is taken as mz is equal to m naught, which is equal to xi naught into b naught, where xi naught is the susceptibility or static susceptibility. The next b naught is the static field, which is equal to c by t into b naught, that is taken as equation number 8, where static susceptibility, that is xi naught is equal to c by t. The next, Curie constant, that is C is equal to n into mu square divided by 3 into kb, where n is taken as here Curie constant equation, that can be taken as C is equal to, where C is the Curie constant, which is equal to n into mu square divided by 3 into kb, where n refers to a unit volume. Then next, mu is the magnetic moment. Then next, kb is the Boltzmann constant. Then next, in magnetization of the systems, spins with which is taken as I is equal to half, is reaches to the population difference as n1 minus n2 of a lower and upper level, which is already shown in the figure here. In case of nuclear magnetic resonance, n1 is taken as a lower level, the energy difference between the lower level and higher level of the system. Here n1 is the lower level, with ml value is taken as a minus half. Here n2, which is corresponding to the upper level, that is ml value is taken as a plus half, which is already shown in the NMR energy difference diagram. In magnetization of the system, with spin which is taken as a plus or minus half, which reaches to the population difference between the lower and upper level, which is already shown. Therefore, mz, which is equal to mz is equal to n1 minus n2 into mu, where n refers to the unit volume. And next, the population ratio in thermal equilibrium is just given by the Boltzmann factor for the energy difference. The Boltzmann factor can be expressed as n2 divided by n1, which is equal to exponential of minus 2 into mu into b naught divided by kb into t. That is taken as equation number 9, where b naught is the static field, and next mu is the magnetic moment, kb is the Boltzmann constant, t which is taken as the temperature, which is corresponding to the thermal equilibrium value. That is taken as equation number 9. Next, when a magnetization component, here magnetization which is taken along the Z component, that is mz, is not in thermal equilibrium, which is not in a thermal equilibrium. Suppose that it approaches the equilibrium value at rate which is proportional to the departure from the equilibrium value. Here equilibrium value which is taken as a m naught, but which is not in a thermal equilibrium state, then rate of change of magnetization along z component corresponding to the time coordinates t, which is expressed as dmz divided by dt, which is equal to the departure from the equilibrium value, that is m naught minus mz, that is magnetization along z coordinates, divided by t1. Here not a tl, that is t1. Here t1 which is taken as a longitudinal relaxation time or spin lattice relaxation time. Here we have two relaxation time, one which is for t1 which is for a longitudinal component, that is longitudinal relaxation time, and next another one is a t2, that is corresponding to the transverse relaxation time. Here we consider only a longitudinal relaxation time with the absence of the transverse relaxation time, that is t2. So rate of change of magnetization along z coordinates corresponding to the time coordinates t, that is taken as dmz by dt, which is equal to m naught minus mz divided by t1. This is taken as equation number 10. The next, if the magnetization is increases from 0 to maximum value, if the magnetization which is increases to the 0 to the maximum value, at ratio is taken as 1:10, and on integrating equation number 10, that is dz is equal to 0 at t is equal to 0. Dz value becomes 0 when the time coordinates t that will approach us to the 0. We have limit taken as 0 to mz, where mz is the maximum value, so limit which is taken as 0 to mz value. So integrate equation number 10. Integrate equation number 10. We can write the expression as, we will take limit as 0 to mz. So integration from 0 to mz into dmz divided by dt, which is equal to, here with respect to time coordinates, the limit which is taken as 0 to t, where 0 is the lower limit and t is taken as the upper limit. So right hand side expression becomes integration from 0 to t m naught minus mz divided by t1. So that in left hand side integration which is taken as 0 to mz dmz divided by, here in right hand side the numerator terms consist of m naught minus mz, which is taken to the denominator of the left hand side, that is dmz divided by m naught minus mz, which is equal to integration from 0 to t dt by, here this term in the denominator term that will be goes to the numerator of the right hand side. So this expression become dt divided by t1. The next, here 1 divided by t1 or t1, that is longitudinal relaxation time, which is taken as a constant taken outside the bracket, and remaining is integration from 0 to t dt. Then next integrate with respect to mz and integrate with respect to t. Here integration of dmz, which is taken as log of m naught divided by m naught minus mz. Here integrate with respect to mz, which is taken as this is 1 divided by m naught minus mz, that is taken as log of m naught divided by m naught minus mz, which is equal to t which is equal to t divided by t1. Here integrate this expression, we will get as log of m naught divided by m naught minus mz, which is equal to t divided by tl. Here we will take the exponential terms on both sides of the equation. We will get this expression as here log and exponential term will be cancelled. Remaining is m naught divided by m naught minus mz. And next right hand side consists of a exponential term. So exponential of t divided by t1. Then next here this m naught, the denominator terms consist of a m naught minus mz, that will be goes to the numerator of the right hand side. So we left with the left hand side as m naught divided by exponential term, that will be goes to the denominator of the left hand side. So m naught divided by exponential of t divided by t1, that is equal to m naught minus mz. So here denominator consists of denominator of the left hand side consists of the exponential terms, that is exponential of t divided by t1, that will be goes to the numerator. Then that expression can be written as m naught into exponential of minus t divided by t1, that is equal to m naught minus mz. The next m naught mz of t. Here mz, that will be taken as here minus mz, that will be taken from right hand to the left hand side. So we left with the mz of t. Here mz of t is equal to, here right hand side already consists of a m naught. Here m naught into exponential of minus t divided by tl, that will be goes to the right hand side. So this expression becomes mz of t, which is equal to m naught minus m naught into exponential of minus t divided by t1. So mz of t can be written as mz of t is equal to, here both term consist of m naught. So m naught, that will be taken outside the bracket, then remaining is 1 minus exponential of minus t divided by t1. So this expression become mz can be written as the magnetization along z coordinates can be written as mz of t, which is equal to m naught into 1 minus exponential of minus t divided by t1. That expression which is taken as equation number 12. The next equation 12, which is expressed in the following figure as here t divided by t1, here the component t divided by t1, which is taken along the x direction, or t divided by t1 whole square, which is taken along the x direction. Then next here mz divided by m naught value, the ratio of the magnetization value, that is mz divided by m naught value, that is taken along the y coordinates. Then next at this diagram, the magnetization value which approaches the equilibrium value as shown in this following figure. If the ratio of the magnetization value, that is increases with the increase of the ratio of the time coordinates, that is time t1 divided by longitudinal relaxation time t1 whole square value, which is increases with the magnetization value, the rate of or ratio of the magnetization value, that is mz divided by m naught. At a certain point the magnetization that will approaches to the equilibrium value, or at this point the magnetization value becomes constant with the increase of the value, that is t divided by t1 whole square. This is about the equation 12, that is the magnetization along z coordinates with respect to time coordinates, that is taken as t, which is equal to m naught into 1 minus exponential of minus t divided by t1. The next we have two cases. One is in case of insulators and in case of metals. In insulators, the phonon scattered inelastically by the spin system, then spin system moves to a lower energy state. If the phonon which takes the energy h nu into nu naught, which is goes to the lower energy state to the upper energy state. The next phonon scattered inelastically by the spin system moves to the lower energy state with the emitting of phonon has energy, that is h cross into omega naught, with the liberation of energy as E plus h cross into omega naught, that will be goes from higher energy stage to the lower energy state. Similarly, in case of metal, the electron also scattered inelastically with the emitting a electron with the energy as h cross into omega naught. Here electron in the lower energy state, it takes the energy E, then it will be goes to the higher energy state and it is automatically scattered inelastically. Then next it will be goes downwards with the emitting radiations or emitting a electron with its energy which is taken as E plus h cross into omega naught. Then next, spin lattice interaction of the paramagnetization. Spin lattice interaction of the paramagnetization in crystal is by the phonon modulation of the crystalline electric field. Then relaxation process, here relaxation process by the three principal process that can be taken as. First one is direct or emission or absorption of the phonon. In direct process, the possibility of either emission or absorption of the phonons which is taken place. In second case, Raman process. In case of Raman process, the scattering of the phonons takes place. In third one is Orbatch or intervention of the third state, that is represented in the following three diagram. First case, in direct process, the longitudinal relaxation time, that is T1, 1 divided by T1, that is directly proportional to the T1, that is temperature T. The next, in case of Raman process, 1 divided by T1, that is directly proportional to the temperature to the power 7 or temperature to the power which is taken as 9. The next, in case of Orbatch process, the longitudinal relaxation time, that will be directly proportional to the exponential of minus delta divided by Kb into T, where Kb is the Boltzmann constant and T is taken as a temperature. There are the three possible cases or three processes that will be involved in the relaxation times, that is which is corresponding, first figure which is corresponding to the direct process and second figure which is corresponding to the Raman scattering process. Then next, in third case, Orbatch interventions of the third state that will be taken as. In case of first case, the scattering or inelastic scattering of the phonon that will be takes place with the liberation of energy that is taken as a omega naught. Here second cases are also with the liberation of energy which is taken as a omega plus omega naught. In third case, if the phonon which takes the energy, that is delta, that will be goes to the upper energy state, then next it will scattered inelastically with the liberation of energy that will be taken as delta into omega naught in case of the Orbatch interventions of the third state. This is about the relaxation times or longitudinal relaxation time, that is T1. Next, taking into account of equation number 10, the two component of the equation of motion, then equation 7 becomes equation 7, it includes an additional term here. In equation 7, it consists of, equation 7 consists only a d mu divided by dt is equal to nu, here dm divided by dt is equal to nu into mu vector mu into BA, that is taken as equation number 7 here. The rate of change of magnetization along z coordinates, that will be taken as d mz divided by dt is equal to nu into magnetization, that is vector m into applied magnetic field, that is vector BA, which is corresponding to the z coordinates. So that's why we will taken as a z, plus an additional term consists of a m naught minus mz divided by t1, that is taken as a equation number 13a. This is the rate of change of magnetization equation along z coordinates. This extra term arises from the spin lattice relaxation or spin lattice interaction process. The extra term that will be arises from the spin lattice interaction process. If in a static magnetic field, that is static magnetic field is taken as a B naught, which is along a z coordinates, that's why it is totally taken as a B naught into z cap. The transverse magnetization component is not zero. Here in case of static magnetic field, the transverse magnetic component is not zero, then but mz decays to the 0. Then when the magnetization which is taken along the z coordinates, at this time the magnetization along x and y coordinates which is taken as a 0, then but mx decays to the 0, similarly my, that is also decays to the 0. The decay occurs because the thermal equilibrium, the transverse components are taken as a 0 here, because here mx and my value which is taken as 0, that's why here the transverse component value, that is T2 value, that is T2 value which is taken as a 0. So we can provide for the transverse relaxation time along the x coordinates here, because in case of z coordinates here the magnetization which is taken along only as z coordinates, that's why mz and my, its value is taken as a 0, that's why the transverse component or transverse relaxation time T2 is equal to 0 in case of the magnetization along z direction. Next, in case of the magnetization which is taken along x coordinates, then what will be the rate of change of magnetization value along the x coordinates? Here the rate of change of magnetization value along x direction, that is taken as dmx divided by dt is equal to nu into the magnetization value, product of magnetization and applied magnetic field which is taken as nu into vector m into vector ba along x coordinates minus mx divided by t2, where mx divided by t2, here mz consists of the static magnetization, that is m naught minus mz divided by t1. Here in this case, here an additional term is mx divided by t2, that is taken as equation number 13b here, where t2 is the transverse component of the relaxation time, transverse relaxation time. Next, similarly for the y coordinates, the rate of change of the magnetization value along y coordinates, that will be taken as dmy divided by dt is equal to nu into vector m into ba vector along the y coordinates minus my divided by t2. This is taken as equation number 13c, where dmz divided by dt, then next dmy divided by dt, also dmx divided by dt. This in case of these three expression, that is 13a, the expression number 13a, 13b and also 13c are known as a set of Bloch equation or equation of motion of the Bloch equations, or it is also known as a Bloch equation or equations of motions. A set of expression, it is rate of change of magnetization value along x, y, z coordinates with the with the relaxation time as T1 and T2, where T1 is the longitudinal relaxation time which is corresponding to the z coordinate system, that is dmz divided by dt. Next, in case of x and y coordinates, only transverse relaxation time which is present, that is T2. This three set of equations are known as here these three set of equations, that is dmz divided by dt which is equal to new into magnetization m vector into vector ba along z coordinates plus m naught minus mz divided by t1. It is taken as equation number 13a. Next, what is in equation number 13b, that is dmx divided by dt nu into m into vector ba along x coordinates minus mx divided by t2. Then next, what is in equation 13c, it is similarly, which is similar to the equation 13b, that is dmy divided by dt is equal to nu into vector m into vector ba corresponding to the y coordinates minus my divided by t2, that is taken as equation number 13c. So that these three equations are known as Bloch equations. The next, in a combined RF and static field, that is B naught, the Bloch equation do not describe all the spin phenomena. It do not express all the spin phenomena for spin relaxation, spin lattice relaxation. To determine the frequency of the precision of the spin system in a static field. In a static field, it is B naught, and Bloch equation which is reduces to the here BA which is taken as with the static field which is taken as BA, vector BA is equal to static field in which is taken as z coordinates. It is BA, vector BA is equal to B naught into z vector, and mz which is taken as the magnetization value along z direction which is simply taken as MA. So next, then rate of change of magnetization along x coordinates, that is dmx divided by dt which is equal to nu into B naught by my minus mx divided by t2. The next, the magnetization, similarly the magnetization along y coordinates which is taken along dmy divided by dt is equal to minus nu into B naught divided by mx minus my divided by T2, that expression which is taken as the equation number 14. The next, dmz divided by tt which is taken as a 0. The next, damped oscillation which is taken as a damped oscillation which is corresponding to the magnetization value mx and my. The next, magnetization value along mx which is taken as mx is equal to m into exponential of minus t divided by t dash into cos omega t. Next, my is equal to minus m into exponential of minus t divided by t dash into sin omega t. That expression which is taken as equation number 15 which is corresponding to the damped oscillation with its solution form. And next, substitute this in 14, we will get the expression as, substitute this expression here mx and my value. And next, equation 14 written as here equation 14. In equation 14 what will have, here we have in equation 14 as dmx divided by dt is equal to nu into b naught divided by my minus mx divided by dt. Then substitute the value of mx as m into exponential of minus t divided by t dash into cos omega t. The next, substitute here mx is equal to m into exponential of minus t divided by t dash into cos omega t. Next, remaining terms in the right hand side as it is, right here nu into b naught divided by my minus mx divided by t2 here. And next, differentiate with respect to time coordinates t. So we left with the m into exponential of minus t divided by t dash into minus t divided by t dash cos omega t. Here the product of the two function, here m into exponential of minus t divided by t dash. The next difference minus differentiate with respect to this term, m into exponential of minus t divided by t dash, with respect to differentiation of this term becomes minus 1 divided by t dash. The next cos omega as it is cos omega t, that is taken as constant. The next this first term is taken as a constant, that is m into exponential of minus t divided by t dash. Then the next differentiate with respect to cos omega t. This is the first function, this is the second function, the product of this second function. So differentiate with respect to cos omega t, that is minus sin omega t, into differentiate with respect to sin omega t. Because here omega t differentiate with respect to omega t, t is differentiation of t is equal to 1, then remaining is omega, which is equal to nu into b naught divided by my minus mx divided by t2. That expression is taken as equation number 16. For free precision value, omega is for free precisional value, angular frequency omega value, that is taken as omega is equal to omega naught into nu into b naught, where t dash, which is taken as a t dash is equal to t2, that is expression 17. Here t dash term, that will be taken as a transverse relaxation time, because here dmz divided by dt is equal to 0. That means the relaxation time corresponding to the longitudinal system, that will be taken as 0. Here longitudinal relaxation time t1 is absent, so that here the t dash, which is equal to t2, that is corresponding to the transverse relaxation time. That expression is taken as equation number 17. The equation 15 is similar to that of the damped harmonic oscillation. Here equation 15, which is similar to the damped harmonic oscillation in two-dimensional. The analogy suggests that the spin system will show a resonance absorption of the energy from a driving field near the frequency, which is here angular frequency nu naught or angular frequency omega naught, which is equal to nu into b naught, here which is taken as angular frequency or precisional value, that is taken as a omega naught is equal to nu into b naught. The frequency width of the response of the system to the driving field will be taken as a delta omega is equal to 1 divided by t2 value. Here delta omega value, here delta omega value, that is taken as a 1 divided by t2, that is the frequency width, that is taken as delta omega is equal to 1 divided by t2. The Bloch equations may be solved to give a power of absorption from a rotating magnetic field of the amplitude, which is taken as a b1. Here Bloch equation may be solved by using the power of absorption, where magnetic field which is taken as a b1. And next the magnetic field along x and y coordinates, that is taken as a bx is equal to b1 into cos omega t. Then next the magnetic field along the y coordinates, which is taken as a by is equal to minus b1 into sin omega t. The power absorbed by a spin system is the value average over one period of rotation. Here one period of rotation, which is taken as a p is equal to minus m into dB by dt whole bar. That is the power absorption of the magnetization value. After a routine calculation, one find that power of absorption, which is taken as a here, or power of absorption also taken as p is equal to omega into nu into mz divided by t2 divided by 1 plus omega naught minus omega whole square into t2 whole square into b1 whole square. That expression is taken as equation number 19. This expression this is known as a power of absorption expression. And next also the half width of the resonance at a half maximum power, the half width of the power at a half maximum power, which is taken as a delta w half is equal to, here already we know that delta omega is equal to 1 divided by t2. We will take the half width of a resonance at a half maximum power, which is taken as a delta omega half is equal to 1 divided by T2. That expression which is taken as equation number 20, from which transverse relaxation time, that is T2, is brought into the connection with the line width, that is delta W, line width or frequency width of the system.